Good morning students, welcome back to Maths Online class. Dear students, today we are going to solve the remaining questions of exercise 3.4. Exercise 3.4 we have completed up to 30 questions in our previous class, and now from 4th question onwards we are going to solve. So students, let us see the question. I will read the question. Fourth question is this: what is the smallest number by which 2058 be multiplied so that the product is a perfect cube? So this 2058, now it is not a perfect cube. Which is the least number that should be multiplied with this number to make it a perfect cube? That's the question. In square we have done the same thing. We have factorized the numbers, and then after factorizing we see that how many more factors are needed to make it a perfect square with its factors. So first of all we are going to factorize this number. Okay, so the number is 2058. This we are going to factorize. When we factorize, we can factorize by 2. 2 ones are 2, and 2 twos are 4, and 2 nines are 18. Now we cannot factorize by 2. We can factorize by 3. 3 threes are 9 and 12. 3 fours are 12. 3 threes are 9. Now we factorize by 7. 7 fours are 28 and 9, 49. Then 7 and 7 and 1. So we got the factors of 2058 that we are going to write here: 2 into 3 into 7 into 7 into 7. And here now afterwards we are grouping these factors in three group factors in one group. But here this 2 cannot be grouped because only one 2 is there. In order to make it a group, we need 2 more 2's, and here 1 3 only. Here also we need 2 more 3's. So in order to make it, now it is not a perfect square, perfect cube, because we cannot group this number perfectly. So in order to group it perfectly, we need some more factors. Then only that will be changed to a perfect cube. So with this 2, we have to multiply 2 2's, means 4. And with this 3, we have to multiply 2 3's, means 3 into 3, 9. So 4 9's are 36. That 36 is the least number to be multiplied with this number to make it a perfect cube. So here, so we write least number to be multiplied to make it a perfect cube is equal to, that we don't need to write, least number to be multiplied is equal to, with this 2 more 2's are needed, and with this 3 also 2 more 3's are needed. So totally it will be 2 into 2 4, 4 into 3 12, 12 3's are 36. So if we multiply 36 with this number, this given number, the resulting number will be a perfect cube. So the least number to be multiplied with this number to make it a perfect cube is 36. So for students, first of all we factorize and we group the factors, and which factors cannot be grouped, and we check that how many more factors are needed with that, and that we have written here, and the product of these numbers will be the least number that should be multiplied with this number to make it a perfect. In the previous question we have seen that which is the smallest number to be multiplied, and here which is the smallest number to be divided. That means here also the same process we are doing. We factorize that numbers and then we group the factors, and which factors coming extra that we want to avoid from that place. So that factors will be the least number to be divided. Divided means to avoid, to cut. So which are the factors that remains ungrouped that should be cut from that group of factors. Therefore that will be the least number to be divided. So that I am going to write the question here and solve it. 6912, that's the number 6912. So questions you have to write when you saw writing copy. I am not writing the question now. I am writing the answers, solution only. 6912. 6912, dear students. By which number we can factorize this? As the last digit is 2, we can factorize it by 2. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, and 2 5s are 10, and 2 6 are 12. Okay, now we can again factorize this number by 2. 2 1s are 2, and 14. 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 4, and 2 8s are 16. Okay, now again we factorize by 2. 2 8s are 16, and remember 2 6 are 12, and 2 4s are 8. Again we factorize 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. Then we factorize 2 1s are, and 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, and 2 1s are 2, and 2 6 are 12. Next again 2 1s are 2, and 108. Again we factorize by 2 54. Next we factorize by 2 27. Then we cannot factorize by 2, we factorize by 3 9, and 3 and 3 here 3 1. So these are the factors of these numbers. So I am going to write these factors here. 2 into 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 total how many 2's? 8 2's. And 3 into 3 into 3. So these are the factors. After factorizing, students, we got these factors, and let us group now. These 3 can be grouped, and here we are grouping 3 factors in the one group because it is a cube. Therefore, this cannot be factored. We cannot pair it. And here, listen here. These 2 2's that we cannot pair. So here we cannot group that. So if these 2 2's are avoided from here, then we can see that all other factors are paired, so that will be changed to a perfect cube. So which factors are unpaired, that should be avoided from here, so that 2 into 2, that means 4. 4 is the least number to be divided in order to change these numbers into a perfect cube. So we write the answer, the least number to be divided is equal to which 2 factors are ungrouped, that we multiply 2 into 2, that is equal to 4. So here 4 is the least number to be divided in order to make this number a perfect square. So if we divide this number by 4, then the resulting number will be a perfect cube, not perfect square, perfect cube. So students, I think that you understood that. Like that, one more question, question number 6, that is just like this only. That is a homework for you. Okay, now we are going to 7th question. Question is this: express the following cubes as the sum of odd numbers. We have studied that in every cube of every numbers can be expressed as the sum of consecutive odd numbers. But here, in order to express that, we have to add 7 odd numbers. As it is 7 cube, we have to add 7 odd numbers. But these odd numbers are not from 1. That is from which number that we have to find out first. What is the first odd number that we have to start with? In order to find out that first odd number, we use the formula n into n minus 1 plus 1. I have explained in the property that the formula used to find out the first odd number to be added is equal to n into n minus 1 plus 1. Using this formula, here we find out the first number, and starting from that number, next to 6 odd numbers we write continuously, and when we add that, we get it is a cube of 7. 7 cube, you know that, 343. We get 343. Okay. So here, in order to find out the sum of the odd numbers of 7 cube, here we have to add 7 odd numbers. Here I am going to write we have to add 7 odd numbers. The first odd number is equal to formula n into n minus 1 plus 1, and here n is equal to 7. Which numbers cube we want to find out? That will be 7 n value. So here formula is n into n minus 1 plus 1, and here n is equal to 7. Now we have to find out that n means 7, n into 7 minus 1 plus 1, that is equal to 7 into 6 plus 1. 7 6 are 42. 42 plus 1, 43. So 43 is the first odd number that we are going to add, and from 43 next 6 continuous odd numbers we add, then we get the cube of 7. So therefore the numbers are, therefore we can write 7 cube is equal to 43 plus next odd number 45 plus next odd number 47 plus next odd number 49 plus next odd number 51 plus next odd number 53. Now how many odd numbers? 6 odd numbers. One more odd number needed, 55. So if these numbers are added, we get 343, or it is 7 cube. 7 cube means 7 into 7 into 7. That will be 343. So here you can see that. We are getting 343. 343 means it is equal to 7 cube. 7 into 7 into 7. If we multiply, then also we get 343 only. So in order to find out the number, the odd numbers to be added to get the cube of this number, we use the formula n into n minus 1 plus 1 in order to find out the first number. So after getting the first number, we add continuously the required odd numbers. Okay. So there are some questions from this 7th question that you have to do as a homework. Okay. Now we are going to solve question number 11, and question number 8th, 9th and 10th. They are the homeworks. You can do it by yourself. That simple question only. The 8th question is, which of the following are the cube of odd numbers? That is the question. Which of the following are the cube of odd numbers? You studied that the cube of odd numbers are odd. So in the given numbers, which are the odd numbers? That numbers you can select, because the cube of odd numbers will be always odd. So given numbers, the cube of some numbers given, and in this, which are the odd numbers? They are the cube of odd numbers. That you can take. That's a homework. And which of the following are the cube of even numbers? You also studied the cube of even numbers are even. So in these given numbers, which are the even numbers? They will be the cube of even numbers. So that you can take. And question number 10, find the unit digit of a cube of the following numbers. Some numbers are given, and in the cube of these numbers, what will be the unit digit? Unit digit property you study. If any number ends with 1, then its cube also ends with 1. Like that, some properties you have studied. So based on that property, you can write it. Here one example, negative 135 given. Its unit digit is 5. So if a number ends with 5, then its cube unit digit also ends in 5. That property. And if next number is 24, last digit is 4. So if any number ends in 4, then its cube also ends in 4. In this way, you see, according to the property, you write which is the unit digit of the number. And 11th question, now we are going to solve. This question is, find the sum of the consecutive cube up to 45 cube. Find the sum of the consecutive cubes up to the cube of 45 cube, up to the cubes up to 45. That means here, starting from 1, find the sum of consecutive cubes. Means numbers, natural numbers start from 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube, then like that it continues up to 45 cube. If we add the cube of all these numbers, what will be the answer? That we have to find out. So it is not possible to find out the cube of all numbers from 1 to 45 and add their sums, add the result, then finding out. It is very difficult, lengthy and also time consuming. So for that we use a formula. The formula is that, the property is that the sum of the cube of some continuous natural numbers will be equal to the square of their sums. The sum of the cube of some continuous natural numbers will be equal to the square of their sum. Square of their sum. This is the property. So in order to find out these numbers, we have to use a formula. That formula is n into n plus 1 upon 2 all square. This formula if we use, then we can directly get the sum of that numbers. And here n means that is the given number, that it means 45. So using that formula we solve this question and find out the answer. So the sum of consecutive cubes, first we write sum of consecutive cubes up to 45 cube is equal to, I told the formula, n into n plus 1 upon 2 all square. So here n into n plus 1 upon 2 all square. And here what is n? N means which numbers is given number that we take. N is equal to 45. So here n means 45. 45 bracket into means n 45 plus 1 by 2 all square. That is equal to 45 into 45 plus 1 46 upon 2 all square. This 2 and 46 we can cut, then it will be 23. So result 45 into 23 here all square into 23 square all square we have to take. So 45 not 43, 45. Here we can take the square of these numbers first, or otherwise we multiply this number and then take the square. So first of all I am going to multiply 45 into 23. $1,035 square. 1,035 square. So we multiply 1035 square 2 times. We can multiply. We can use a shortcut method. Means last digit is 5. So its square is 5 to 5 25. That 25 right. Then next 3 digits 103 and the next 104. This next number 103 and the next number 104. We multiply and write here beside of 25. Then we get direct method. We will get. But listen, we will multiply here once. 1035 into 1035 square we have to calculate. 5 5s are 25. So here we got the answer. 10,71,225 is the sum of the consecutive cubes up to 45 cube. Means from 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube plus 6 cube plus 7 cube plus 8 cube, like that up to 45 cube if we find out, and then if we add that, that total will be equal to 10,71,225. So that lengthy procedures we avoid by using this formula. The formula everybody should by heart, n into n plus 1 upon 2 all square. The property, this property says that the sum of the cube of consecutive natural numbers will be equal to the square of their sum. That is why you have taken the square of these numbers, and that means it is natural number, any natural numbers. Okay, so this, using this formula we can directly find out that answer. Okay students, I think that you have understood this question, and like that one more question is there, question number 12. Find the sum of the consecutive cubes up to 20 cube. That question is a homework for you, that you solve, then you can understand that and use this formula and by. Okay students, now 13th question of that exercise, you listen. I will read the question. Proof that if a number becomes half, then its cube becomes 1/8 of the cube of the given number. Prove that if a number becomes half, then the cube becomes 1/8 of the cube of the given number. Okay, that we have to prove. So how to prove that? We can take any number. The question is this: when a number is changed to its half, then what happens? It's on its cube. The cube will be changed to 1/8. That you have to prove. So take any numbers, any natural numbers you can take. If I take 2 and then find out the cube of that, then next half of 2 we take, that means 1, and then find out its cube. Then you can see what's the difference between the cube of the original number and the number which is changed to half. Then you can see that what is the change, whether it is 1/8, whether it is increased or decreased, if it is decreased or increased, by how much it is, that we have to prove. And here the question, it is told that when the numbers become half, then its cube become 1/8 of that given number. That means it is reduced to 1/8. This is correct or not? So we have to prove that. If it is wrong or right, we have to prove it. So suppose I have taken here one number. We can assume any numbers. So when you take any numbers, make sure that when we half it, it should not be changed to a decimal number. Then calculation will be difficult. So take even numbers. Even numbers, when we make it half, it will not be changed to decimal form. So here I am going to take 2. So let's I have chosen that 2 as the number. Then take the cube of 2. 2 cube is equal to 2 into 2 into 2, that is equal to 8. So I have chosen the number 2 and taken its cube, that is 8. Now what is told in the question? If this number is halved, means if 2 change it to half, so half of 2, that is equal to 1. Then if the number became half, what happens to its cube? So I take 1 cube. 1 cube is equal to 1 into 1 into 1. That is equal to 1. So before, when I have chosen 2, the cube was 8. And after making half of that 2, the cube became 1. That means it is reduced. By how much it is reduced? You can see that it's by 1/8 it is reduced. So we can write that. So when 2 became half, the cube reduced from 8 to 1. Therefore, we can say that when a number becomes half, its cube become 1/8. Here also you can see that before it was 8 and that changed to 1. That means it is reduced to 1/8. So we can write in bracket, it is proved. So here any number, students, you can take any number. Example, if you have taken 4, 4 into 4 into 4, 64. 64 and it is reduced to half, means half of 4 is 2. Then cube is 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. Then 64 reduced to 8. But by how much it is reduced? 8 upon 64. 8 upon 64 we can cut by 8 itself. Then you will get a 1 upon 8. So here also there will be 1 upon 8. So from these examples we can understand what we can understand, that when a number becomes half, then its cube becomes 1/8 of that given number. Okay, students, I think you understood that. Okay, students, now our all questions of this exercise is over. I think that this is enough for today. And dear students, today you finish all your works and also your homeworks so that your work will be updated. Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you and have a nice day.